Hello, everybody. How is everybody? Welcome back to Soul Therapy with Lady D. This was another unplanned live, should I say. I don't plan them a lot lately. They just kind of happen. I woke up this morning and it was such I don't know, I just got to download I'm going to put you up here so so I can kind of get the chat, and it's a lot easier when I do it this way. That way I have more room because I'm Italian and I like to talk and I like to be very expressive and very passionate. I see you're already in the chat. So anyways, I was praying this morning and I just got the urge to come on here and talk about some things, and I don't really get to come here and talk about things that I want to talk about. I'm usually doing lives and doing live tarot readings, or I'm doing roundtables with specific topics. But I haven't just come on and talked to you about topics that I want to talk about myself, and give you a little bit of my knowledge about things that I know about. Um, so we're going to do that today. So first, I just want to greet some people. Of course, we have my usuals. I love you guys. Of course, we have my king, my Lori, Carolyn O, Ginny, Real World Chrissy, my sweet ginger cakes. Jay has to go out to dinner, but I think he'll listen or he'll catch the replay. Anyways, it's Friday. Happy Friday. I had a busy day doing soul therapy sessions and tarot readings. I'll tell you, ever since I did my live on Gypsy Mama, my subscriber count went way, way up and I am booked. I've been getting more and more business. So hats off, shout out to Gypsy Mama. She was so good to me. I love her. She is such a sweet, sweet soul. She's so kind, and she's a phenomenal, phenomenal interviewer and host. She's just like, I love her. Yeah, who doesn't love her, right? We all love our Gypsy Mama. Anyway, so what is this that king, my king, you say is Delphine game for? Let me see. I have to go through the chat. I saw my name. You talking about me? The King of Cups says, I think Jay is willing. I'm willing. Is Delphine? Chrissy? Willing what? Yeah, I agree. I think Wednesdays we'll have roundtables still, just not without Soldier of Light. Right. So I was gonna talk about Soldier of Light, but since we brought it up now, I just wanted to say, first and foremost, what Soldier of Light said about Chrissy and I was beautiful. Thank you so much, Jason Soldier. Love you. Um, for him to, to give that shout out to Chrissy and I and to encourage us and to say that we're doing a great job really means the world to me, because I've been watching him. The joke around in our group is that I am the spiritual stalker, because I watched all you all. I watched Soldier of Light. I watched all his roundtables. I watched Jay. I watched all his roundtables, and on our Karen Shores and Chrissy's roundtables. And that's where I fell in love with all you moderators slash, we call them now, troll warriors. And that's where I really, really enjoyed. I was obsessed. I loved the roundtables, and that's why I love doing them. And so, hats off to Soldier for, being honest with himself and saying, I don't want to do something different. I think I just want to focus on that, and to encourage us and saying that Chrissy and I doing a great job means a lot to us, because we love Jason, and um, his opinion means the world to me. And I will always have such a soft spot for Jason, because he had me on his channel on a roundtable when no one knew me. I mean, I literally had just started my YouTube channel like 3 weeks, maybe a month. And, I had been friends with Jay, and Jay, I guess he had another woman that was supposed to be on, and she couldn't be on. And so Jay suggested me. And no, I think it was his spiritual advisor. And then she could be on, but then he texted me that night and said, would you like to be on next Wednesday? He didn't even know me, so he didn't have to do that, and he's successful. So, there's not a lot of successful YouTubers that are highly gifted that would do that for someone, especially someone they hardly knew. So, Jason Soldier, I love you. Thank you so much. That meant the world to me. And I know it meant the world to Chrissy as well. And, and he encouraged more people to get out there. And it's because of people like Soldier of Light and Chrissy's channel and Jay Reality by Jay Rocco that I started my channel. And I didn't want to do it. I am used to being in the public eye, singing and acting and on stage. Um, Being on YouTube talking by myself is quite scary to me. I'm used to having a script or singing for you or putting on a show, da 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 da, not. But this is what the good Lord wanted me to do. And after I watched all you guys, I said, this is what I want to do. This is what I was meant to do. So Chrissy says troll reporting for duty. So anyway, I went on a little, I digress. Yes, King of Cups. I am down for Wednesdays to do roundtables. And I think what I'll do is I'll do my tarot readings on Saturdays. And then Chrissy and I can do things on our own during the week. But I think that we should definitely keep Wednesdays the roundtables either on your channel or whoever's channel it is. Because my channel is your channel is my channel. You know how it is. It's our channel, right? Right to my king. Right to my king. How are you all doing out there? Yes. I think it's awesome how Jason encouraged everyone to support all you guys. I know. That was wonderful. That was wonderful. And that's why I'm sending a shout out and love to Soldier of Light, Jason. I love you, Jason. You are phenomenal. There are two tarot readers that I hold in very high regard, and that's Janine Morangeau and Jason Soldier of Light. Phenomenal. Janine is the god mother. All right. She knows her stuff. Okay. She does. Just saying. Yeah. There we go. That was so sweet of Jason to put you on his show. Yes. Oh, thank you, Chrissy. He sends his good souls. It was. He didn't have to do that. So, anyway. All right. So, Chrissy says, oh, Beach Go, I love you. Sorry. I didn't mean to put you up, but I love you anyway. Where'd you go, Chrissy? I was going to say, I thought you said yes to Wednesdays. Where'd you go? Oh, here you go. Yes, good idea. Roundtable Wednesdays. Well, yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Roundtable Wednesdays. So yes, it shall be. We will continue. We will continue on, my king and my soul sister and Jay. We'll figure out the details. All right. This is the part where I'd say the house cleaning. The house cleaning shall begin. So get the broom out, Dennis. All right. So I did my Soldier of Light. I wanted to shout out to Jason. That meant such a world to me. Love Jason. All right. Now, the Tarot-thon. Tarot-thon that we're going to have here. I'm going to bring it up, actually. Let me see if I can find the, oh, I should have become more prepared. All right. Anyway, damn it. Let me see if I can bring up the link for Chrissy's, with the picture of Chrissy's book. Hold on a second. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, I have a picture of it. Oh, of course I won't be able to find it now because I want to find it. Anyway, everyone's seen the picture of Chrissy's book. All right, so we're having a tarot-a-thon on Saturday. Okay, and instead of you donating to me to get your readings done, I'm going to go on with Chrissy because Chrissy has a buy me a coffee page, but it's for her project, and we're gonna all the proceeds from the Tarot-thon on Saturday are going to help fund Chrissy's book to help her get published. She needs to pay a copy editor to do all these technical things to get her book ready to be published, and it's big bucks. And she's struggling like the rest of us, so I'm doing a Tarot-thon. And so, like I said, in lieu of paying me, donating to me to get your questions read, we're going to have Chrissy host it. She'll be watching her Buy Me a Coffee link, and she'll read me the questions live, and I will do the readings. And that's how we'll do that. Okay. That's how we'll do that. Oh, there we go. Okay, good. Here we go. And that's the link. So that's, yeah, that's the link if you want to go ahead of time. If you want to go ahead of time, Chrissy has all the information on her book. There's a whole, that's all, you'll see the cover of the book. There's a whole section she wrote all about the book, so you can find out about the book and everything about the fundraiser. So that's going to be tomorrow, which is, and I'm going to do it a little early. Usually we go on it on Saturdays. Our spiritual Saturday start at 8 p.m. EST, but we're doing 7 p.m. EST. Doing a little early. Okay. See how that goes. All right. What else do we have? Okay. My website, which I'm sure everyone's seen it by now, but if you would like to book a soul therapy session with me and or a 30-minute reading and or a 60-minute reading, you can find me on my website. So here's my website. For those who haven't seen it, it's nothing big. It gives you a little blurb about what I've been doing. And I have to say that my soul therapy session part of my business has really been booming and picking up the last couple of weeks. And especially after I did my interview with Gypsy Mama. So Gypsy Mama was so great. I had never really presented, I started my channel and I started talking about spiritual stuff, and I never really did a show about just me and, my story and where I got my gifts and how I started to become a psychic tarot reader and my spiritual business and all that. So she was my first interview ever. So anyways, that was phenomenal. So needless to say, like the spiritual coaching and the spiritual counseling is really starting to boom, especially with what's been going on. So I really, really, I'm really thankful for Gypsy Mama. And I'm really thankful for you all because your word of mouth has really made my business boom. You all talking and bragging about not bragging, but talking up my tarot cards and everything. It's really helped my business boom. So I really appreciate that because I don't want to go back to the beast system, going working for bastard CEOs and jerks that treat me like crap. And anyway, I changed my picture, nothing big. But anyway, that's my website. All right. And I'm going to stop sharing my page because you don't need to see my personal emails. So, all right, we talked about Jason. I think we're done with our house cleaning, so we can put our brooms away and let's talk about the stuff that I want to talk about. Hold this down here. Okay. Let's talk about spiritual celebrities. Spiritual celebrities, demonic energy, and twin flames. All right. Which one do you want to talk about first? Put it in the chat. Which one do you want to talk about first? Twin flames, spiritual celebrities, and or demonic energies. Let's put it this way. I think I want to talk about spiritual celebrities or twin flames first. And okay, twin flames. Chrissy, there you go, my girl. Sorry, I have to blow my nose, so I'm going to. Okay. Hi, Renee. Hi, Beachgoer 209. Okay, twin flames. I have been hearing about twin flames for 30 years now, okay? I have been hearing about twin flames before I knew I was one. Okay. I'm going to let you know that not everyone has a twin flame. I want to let you know that twin flames are not a good thing in this life because the twin flame relationship is the most heartbreaking, tormented relationship there is in the universe because your love is too good, too spiritual, too divine to be shared in this world, meaning that more times than not, you're not coming together in this world. So everyone wants to say, I want to meet my twin flame. I want to meet my twin flame. No, you don't. You don't want to meet your twin flame. Trust me. Because when you meet your twin flame, you're going to be married, or he's going to live on the other side of the world, or you're going to be 25 years apart in marriage, or you're not going to be able to be together for this and that. When I tell you it is a heartbreaking, tormented spiritual relationship, I'm talking from personal experience. Now, I have spent money taking bullshit courses by high profile websites. I will not name names, but my peeps know who I did. And 10 minutes into it, after spending the money, thank God I didn't spend that much. I clicked off the website. I clicked off the class and I said, that was bullshit. I should have taught that class. So I'm going to teach this class to you all now from firsthand knowledge. Now, I'm never going to tell anyone who my twin flame is because it doesn't matter. However, I want to tell you my experience because everyone needs to know what a true twin flame is and the dangers of it and the fallacies and the facts. Okay? So, what are triplet flames? Triplet flames. Oh, I guess, well, if twin flames are the male and female are born at the same time, when God created a spirit, they created the male and the female at the same time. So for you, Dennis, I guess there would be either two girls or two guys. There'd be triplet flames. Okay. What is a twin flame? A twin flame is when you created by our Lord Creator, whatever you want to call him, the Great Spirit, the Great Son, God, our infinite creator, Yahweh, whatever, Allah. Twin flames were born at the same time. Okay. Not every soul that was created is a twin flame. Some souls were just created as a single soul. However, twin flames are different in the universe. Twin flames are literally one soul that God created at the same time. That's God split into two aspects. So they're the same soul, individuated into a masculine and a feminine, meaning it's one soul that's individuated. Two. It's one and two. Kind of like how we're connected to God, but we're individual. Okay. So when these twin souls are created, that means that they're in constant communication. They will never be separated because they're the same soul. So they can go anywhere into the universe. They can be reincarnated. They can stick together. They can hang out on planets. They can do all these things in dimensions. However, they will always be connected. They will always be able to talk through telepathy because they're the same soul. Okay? It's hard to understand. Okay? So it doesn't matter if you're separated by time and space, you will always be connected. Now, when you are on this 3D Earth and you have a twin flame, you will know about the twin flame spiritually way before you will ever meet this person physically. And you cannot be a twin flame with someone unless you've met them physically in this life. 9 times out of 10, you have to at least have met your twin flame in this physical time and space. Not always. Now, there's some individual, and I'm going to say this with another caveat that I don't know, I'm not the be all and end all. I'm just telling you my experience and from all the research I've done. Some twin flames you don't have to have met in this life, but more times than not, you at least have met each other on this physical time and space. Okay. Now, when I told you it's a tormenting, tortured relationship, that was an understatement. Because the twin flame soul is, you cannot be together in this life. Okay. When I told you that it is a relationship that is eternal, you have both split and individuated into separate aspects of the same soul, and you're in different places, either born in this time and space, or one part of the twin flame, let's say that the female is here on earth and the male died, but you both have lessons to learn, and you will both reincarnate until you learn your spiritual lessons. So you're not necessarily, and you didn't necessarily incarnate on this earth to be together. You incarnated on this earth to be together, to finish your spiritual business, to learn the lessons that you didn't learn in your prior lives, and not necessarily on this planet. You could have had lives in other dimensions or on other planets, but you both were born in this life to learn the lessons. Some souls didn't get all the lessons. You have unfinished karmic business, whatever it is. And the twin flame, even though you are one soul, one part of the twin flame, let's say the female, can have a different business soul-wise in this dimension in time and space, as well as than the males. And as well that you can both have business together that you need to tend to, that you need to break. It's all about breaking karma. Another thing about twin flames is that, and this is a big thing that Jay Rocco had me learn, and he taught me, which sounds very trite and simplistic, but it's very true, is that the burden of your twin flame is not your burden. If he's made some karmic, spiritual, poor choices, that is not your burden. They have to work out their own karma, and they have to repent and get in touch with God themselves and work out whatever they did wrong and their lessons with God. So just because you have a twin flame that, say, is an alcoholic or is an abuser or treats you poorly or is just negative to you, is just an addict or a drug abuser, that doesn't mean that you have to be with him and take his crap and be in a relationship with this person if it's not for your highest good and it's not good for you. They're, like Jay said, he taught me so well. Their burden is not your burden. Okay? And when I tell you it's more spiritual than physical, that is an understatement. 9 times out of 10, you will dream about your twin flame before you even know who it is, and you won't even know who it is. 9 times out of 10, you will have been talking telepathically to your twin flame before you know who it is. 9 times out of 10, you will never meet your twin flame in this life. And if you do, it's a rare, rare case. Now, that being said, because the ascension is soon, and because the twin flames are a big part of this ascension, many of us who do have twin flames, and not everyone does have a twin flame, and that doesn't mean people that have twin flames are any better than those that don't. It's just the way God created us. Okay? So I'm just putting that out there. But because the ascension is very near and the veil is very, very thin, and it's getting thinner and thinner and thinner, and our spiritual gifts are being more and more activated in the DNA, more and more of us are finding out who our twin flames are. And some of us are amazed. And some of us are like, yeah, I knew, but, we We can't be together. He's married. I'm married. Can't be together. 9 times out of 10, twin flames cannot be together. There's always an age gap, and or you live in different places, and or you have different lives, and or you're both married. And I will say almost all the time, your twin flame is never available. And you sit there and you say, why, God? Why would you have me meet my twin flame in this life? Why would you have me feel so much love and connection to somebody that I can't be with in this life? Because trust me, I've asked that question so many times. Okay, so many times. And the only answer I got was that it's not about you getting together and being together in this life. It's about a higher purpose and a higher calling. Yes, maybe it's about you getting together in this life and having a romantic relationship and being together. However, that's not the higher purpose. That's not the real purpose. The true purpose of the twin flame relationship is for you to get together and use your God-given talents and gifts to raise the vibration and to do your work for God. You are coming together for God and God alone. I shouldn't say God alone because you have other purposes, but the main purpose is God. Now, my personal twin flame, how do you, some people say, well, how do you know this? Okay, I've done my research. Trust me, I've done my research. But why have I done my research? I've done this research because I've had my own situation and I needed to know what I was going through. And let me tell you, there was no handbook or dictionary that can give you on how to navigate your twin flame relationship in a 3-day physical time and space. If so, I think I may write it. And I don't even have all the answers because I'm just telling you my story. And there's millions of stories out there. I will tell you that I dreamed about my twin flame before I even knew who he was. And the only reason why I knew my twin flame is because I happened to see him. Because I saw him on television, okay? Now, before anyone says, oh my God, you're crazy, everyone wants to think that their twin flame is a celebrity, okay? You have to know a certain thing about me. I hate most celebrities. I don't care about celebrity. And before I really figured out who this person was, I went to 2 different very, very gifted psychic mediums. And as soon as I sat down, they let me know, quite frankly, that I had a connection with a certain musician and who it was. And I always kind of knew it because I always had a connection to the song. And God always used this musician as a way to let me know that God was listening to me. But I was told way by this 2 individual psychics, and there are charlatan psychics and there are true good psychics. However, I'm very grateful that it's a celebrity because I would have known who it is, but then it's very torturing because you know who it is and then you're like, what? Okay, thanks for letting me know this. Now what do I do with this situation? All right. So long story short, we all know about celebrity nowadays. Celebrity, it's not cool to be celebrity anyways. Most celebrities are part of the deep dark cult. Okay? So it's not cool to be celebrities because you have to be a part of the deep dark cult to be a part of, if you want to reach a certain level in anything, you want to be on television, news, whatever, you know how it is. You have to worship Satan or be a part of it. So even more so, celebrities are disgusting. So I'm not telling you this story so you'd be like, oh, because I'm never going to tell you who it is. Because I'll tell you right now, the person who it is either his soul is with God and he passed over, or he's on another planet on witness protection because his clone is running around and or a demon that took him over. Okay. When I told you that twin flame relationships are tortured, I'm letting you know firsthand this experience. So so I ended up meeting this celebrity because I used to be a singer. And because of the fact that when you're a twin flame, you meet. God will make sure that you meet. It doesn't matter if it's a celebrity, if it's the president, or if it's just some guy next door. God will make sure that you meet. And I used to be a rock singer and lead singer in bands. And this guy that I was a friend of a friend I was acquaintance with, his brother was this person's business partner and knew the celebrity. This celebrity is an investor and didn't and invested, and he was a musician as well. So I met the celebrity. So I thought I was meeting my twin flame. It wasn't until about last week until I realized that I was meeting his clone. So now everything that I've gone through in the last 28 years is starting to make sense to me. So I met my twin flame way before. Okay, right. I met my twin flame way after he died or he was taken off. I didn't meet my twin flame. I met the clone. So I met my twin flame in spirit. I met him in my dreams. I met him when I meditated. We were always talking. But when I thought I met the real one, I met the clone. And so now that I know the whole deal, that either he's dead, which I thought he was dead, but then I just realized through another psychic, and shout out to my Lori Williman who pushed me towards that video. I found out that who I thought was when I, let's put it this way, I always loved this person's music and I loved the band, and I always thought that the music connected me to God, and God always used this music and this band to let me know that he was listening. When I found out that I met the clone, and then I found out that this clone is part of the deep dark cult, I had a nervous breakdown. I was devastated because I thought, oh my God, this is my twin flame. What are you talking about? How can he be this? How can I be connected to God and this person connects me to God? So, needless to say, we're not going to be together in this life ever. It's either going to happen in the ascension or I don't know, because this person is either in witness protection or he's dead. So I have to sit here every day and watch a fucking clone impersonate my twin flame and someone who used to be my friend. But now I don't know which was the friend and which is the clone. Do you see how confused I am? So I believe that my twin flame left this planet either in witness protection or God took him when they took over his body, or um, back in 1987. And I got the download from God. And actually, I'm talking to him now, and he left this planet in 1987. And I probably won't see him until the ascension. Okay? So that's my twin flame story. That's how it is about twin flames. How did you know? How do you know he was your clone? How did you find out it was a clone? Janine Morangeau. That's how I found out. Janine Morangeau. I had completely given up hope. I thought he was a fucking demon that he sold out. I took everything, all my posters, all my autographs, all the things. I mean, I used to go, and it is there before the grace of God that I got away from that clone. And can you imagine what that clone would have done with me? Can you imagine what that clone could have done with me? He could have kidnapped me, sold me into sex. Imagine what that clone, thank God that clone, God got me away from that clone. And I think my real person got me away from that clone. So, so that's how I know. How did I find out was a clone? I know it's a clone. So when the ascension happens, I'll be face to face with my twin flame. Okay. So I'm looking forward to the ascension because let's put it this way. As much as I love my husband's a soulmate, but he doesn't believe in God the way he does. I do. And he's not awake. So I don't know. I don't think when he ascends, we're not going to be on the same level, so to speak. Anyway, so it was the Queen of Ravens. Okay, let's put it this way. It was Kristen from Arcana Shores that had me find out that he originally, we thought that he was just part of the deep dark cult. Okay, because it was the clone that did all the bad things. And I told you, I wrote him off. I deleted all of my music from my phone. Everything. And when after Lori Williman sent me that video from Janine, after I watched it, I asked God for a sign. And this was the sign, okay? This is the big sign. Because like when I tell you, I've gotten signs and God downloads about this person for 28 years. This was the thing. So when I told you, I got rid of everything, all of the pictures, all the signed autographs, all the music, everything. And after I watched that video, I was like, okay, I don't know what the fuck to believe now. I'm like, is he part of the deep cut blood? Now he's a clone. Now he's a clone that like he basically what she said is that he was born into a Cabal family and that his uncle got him into it and he didn't want to. And he kept on saying no, he didn't want to do it. And then after he was a big Christian. And then after he got to a certain point, they said he was going to do it. And he's like, no, I'm a godly person. And so some kind of an alliance way before the White Hats, I guess, like an individual, independent alliance took him somewhere off world, and he is working for the White Hats. That's what Janine said. So I watched the video, and then I was like, oh, holy shit. So after I watched this video, I'm like, oh my God, now I don't know what to believe. So I sat there and I said, God, I need to know the truth. Is what I just saw on Janine Maranjone's video, Maranjo, Queen of Ravens, true? Okay. And usually when I ask for a sign, I just forget about it. So I went about my business. And then I said to myself, when we ascend, we're all going to be back to the way we look like when we're 30. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to say, I forget how I looked like when I was 30. You know, I was happening. Like my boobs were up here. They weren't as big. They were actually here. And I was like 15 pounds thinner. And it's like, I want to see what I looked like when I was 30. So I went up on the shelf and I picked out a box. Okay. A box of pictures. And I opened up the box and I kid you not, the first picture that I picked was a picture of this band's, my singer's poster from his old tour that I didn't even know was in that box. And right then and there, I went down on my knees and blubbered for a half an hour crying. And I blubbered, praising the Lord, thanking God, crying. I cried so hard and blubbered so hard and praised the Lord so hard that I got boogers on my carpet. Okay. And that is my twin flame story. Okay. So to sum it up, you're not going to be together in this life. It's not about you getting together, having a million kids and living happily ever after. It's about your spiritual work. It's about your karma. And it's about you getting together in the next life because your twin flame is a divine love, most likely too good and too high of a love for this world. There you go. All right. I feel like I just confessed. Do you really want to hurt me? Do you really want to make me cry? I used to love that song, Boy George. Do you really want to hurt me? Okay. Make me cry. He wears more makeup than I do, and I don't even have a little lipstick on. Okay. And you know what? I wasn't meant to be with my twin flame because I was meant to be with my husband and to be the part-time spiritual mistress to my king of cups. I'm sorry, the handmaiden. I'm only his handmaiden. I'm only his mistress when he wants me to be his mistress, but most of the time I'm just the king's handmaiden. I'm only good enough to be his mistress, I guess, during round tables. Okay, just saying. Ginny says, I knew you would sing if you saw that comment. Of course, I'm a singer, girl. You think I'm not gonna sing? The 80s were great music. What was the other one I loved of Culture Club? Come a chameleon. You come and go. You come and go. I can't sing their songs though, because they're probably deep dark cult. Okay. All right. What do we want to talk about now? We did, spiritual celebrities. Okay, let's talk about spiritual celebrities. So to real celebrities, down to spiritual celebrities. Okay. All right, now, folks. We all know that God does not want us to worship false idols. And we know that the demons, the bad guys, the devil, created celebrities and created television and the movie business so we would not focus on God. We would idolize these individual people that the deep dark cult controlled. Pardon me. Um, so now that we know that we're not supposed to be worshiping these celebrities, even more so because they're controlled by demons and the devil himself, and the demon has used celebrity, the whole term celebrity, so we would be focusing on them and worshiping and idolizing them and letting them influence us instead of God. But now, in the spiritual and truther community, we have fallen prey to what I call the spiritual celebrity. And these are these people, they get on television, they talk a big talk, they say all the right things, they hook you in, but then behind the scenes, when the cameras aren't rolling, they mistreat people, they are abusive and or they're rude, they blow people off, they don't have time for people that don't have big channels. All I have to say about that is that this is not what it's about. We are not on YouTube to become spiritual celebrities, nor should we be on YouTube idolizing anybody because they're very, very popular in our community, whether it's the truther community or the spiritual community. And I've said before and I said again, somebody's YouTube subscriber count do not equate to their spiritual knowledge of whether or not they're a shyster or not. There are people with thousands of YouTube subscribers and Instagram subscribers that are full of shit that bought their subscriber counts. And the only reason why they're popular is because they're popular. So the more popular they get, that person must have something to say because they have a lot of subscribers. That doesn't mean anything. Okay? We are not to go from idolizing celebrities on television to idolizing spiritual celebrities. So what if Louis Herms, and I love Louis Herms, says this, or even, I love Janine, Queen of Ravens, but we should never put their opinions above ours. And there are some people in our community that, they think that because they're part of the popular bunch now. It's like we're back in high school. It's like, okay, there's the popular crowd, and then there's the not popular crowd. And they were part of the not popular crowd. And they worked their way up, and now they're part of the popular crowd. Oh, they're too good for the people that aren't popular. That's not right in the spiritual community. That's you being a fake and a fraud. And that's bullshit. And do not think that your subscribers and spirit and God do not see what you're doing. You might think that you're fooling people, and maybe you are. But they said you can fool some of the people some of the time and not all the time. You know that saying. God sees everything you're doing and God knows your intentions. And I'm completely honest when I say that every day I say, let my YouTube channel not be about my ego and be about God. Because everyone needs a check. Everyone needs a check. And there's good and bad ego. There's the bad ego about, doubting yourself and thinking you're not good enough and saying, oh, I don't have that many subscribers, maybe, blah, blah. No, it works the other way too. Thinking that, because you only got a few likes, that you don't have much to say. So I am going to double down on what Jason Soldier said. If you have spiritual gifts, get on now is your time to use them. And I really hope that our spiritual community doesn't keep on going into the direction of that. I'm not going to be on your show. I'm going to blow you off because you don't have 30,000 subscribers and you don't play with the big boys. Because that's not being spiritual. That's phony and that's wrong. And it's not what it's about. Because we all know that the people that have the big channels didn't get their big channels without help. They all got their big channels with shout outs and help. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, folks? And I'm getting off my soapbox about that. Everyone knows who they are. Just saying. And quite frankly, I am not going to be a part of any channels, as much as I love some of them, if they are going to mistreat their subscribers and their friends. That's all I'm going to say. Moving on. Let's talk about demonic energies. Da 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 da! I might have to get my sage for this one. No, it's not here. I should have got my sage. Anyway. I love Chrissy. It's about using your intuition and critical thinking to decide what is on truth. Here we go. A little nugget from my soul sister, Chrissy. It's about using your intuition and critical thinking to decide what your truth is, what you believe in. Yes, got to check your ego. Right. Oh, sorry, Lori. I didn't mean to put that up, sweetie. Oh my God. All right. So we have we have a few minutes left. I do have a dinner date with my friend Lisa. I am going to dinner, so I can't go too long now. But I do want to talk about demonic energy. And there is a psychic that I watch, and she might not be your cup of tea. Some people can't get past the fact because she's her name is Sloan Bella, and she's on YouTube. And she's a kick-ass. Now, if you think I drop F-bombs and I tell it like it is, she makes me look like Saint, okay? She's been banned from YouTube, kicked off YouTube, put in YouTube jail so much. She is total truth, and she's been doing this for years. Okay. She's not a big fan of Trump. However, she's very awake. Okay. And I've learned so much from her because she's a true psychic. Like, she sees the other side. She was born a psychic. She was born a medium. She used to talk to the other side when she was little. And she's a Canadian, and she lives in LA, and she's been on television, and she's the psychic and has been the psychic to many, many celebrities. So she knows all the stories, where all the bodies are buried in Hollywood. Okay. And I've learned so much about how the demons take over bodies, how the deep dark cult gets to people, energy, whatnot, and how the demons get to us and this negative energy get to us. Hi, Moniqueness. How are you, honey? Hi, Renee. Welcome, sweetie pies. Anyway, so I've learned so much. So Sloan Bella, she has a website, and she's also on YouTube. You can find her. She has a huge if you're going to deep dive into her, I would suggest you go into her page and go to her, when you go to anyone's YouTube page, they have categories, and you can go into groups of videos, and you go her about section and go to Sloan channels dead celebrities. And she literally will channel all the dead celebrities. And I will tell you, 99.9 of the celebrities that died did not die. They were killed and taken out by the deep dark cult. And it's through her, as well as I found out about my clone, what my clone did, the clone of my twin flame from Sloan Bella. She did a video on the clone, which really woke me up after I got a reading from Kristen on Arcana Shores. Okay, now, yes, I'll give you the link, Chrissy, of Sloan Bella. So if you go and you check out her dead celebrities, so most of them were taken out by the deep dark cult. Okay, most of them were born into cabal families, and many of them, I would say 99.9 of the women were really born men, and the men were born women. Okay, I think it's the way that Sloan and Sloan's experience with celebrity families, they like to actually go after the women because they hate women, and women are portals because women can give birth. So they like to take young babies. They start them when they're babies to transition them. They give them hormones, injections, to the point that I guess at some point, I don't know the specific anatomy, that they can grow up. Maybe that's how hermaphrodites are created. I don't know, but they grow up and they don't even know that they were originally born a female, a male. Okay. So these women were thinking they were women, but they're male. I don't know how that works because I know that even with the surgery, you're not going to have a vajayjay. You're not going to have a hoo-ha. You're not going to be able to give birth. But I don't know the anatomy, and I don't want to know because it's gross. But anyway, Sloan Bella, watch the dead celebrity section. She has, groups of videos, and watch those. And you will learn so much about the other side and how the demons get to us. Now, I'm going to give you a little brief scenario of what I've learned from my research and from watching Sloan, who knows her stuff. Okay. She reads these people. She knows these people. She's been in their homes. She's done psychic readings on these people, and she's been, okay. When you do hallucinogenic drugs. Now, I'm not talking about smoking weed and getting high and feeling good or having a few drinks. I'm talking when you do heroin, heavy duty meth, when you're a severe alcoholic that you drink to the point that you pass out and black out. When you do LSD, when you do sometimes even shrooms, like real heavy duty shrooms, acid. Okay. You can open yourself up to demons and negative energy. That's how they get in. Okay. Another reason why people, religious people, and I don't like to say religious because I'm not religious. Another reason why people that are spiritual will say, stay away from drugs. Okay. And I'm not talking about weed because weed is spiritual. They call it God bud for a reason. I'm not talking about people having a couple of drinks. I'm not talking about experimental because I've experimented. I've done DMT. I've tried shrooms. I've dropped acid. I'm talking about doing full-fledged acid trips all the time, being a total burnout to the point that you are completely in the other realm. Whatever you do, any hallucinogen, you have to be really careful because you're opening yourself up to the other side, and they can get in that way. Another thing, I'm not preaching about, you know, you have to wait around until you get married and not sleep around or whatever. I'm not getting on my table. I'm not a saint. Before I got married, I was never a saint. I'm not no hoe, but I'm not a saint, okay? Just saying. Not a saint. Not preaching here. However, another way that the demons and the dark energy can get in is through sex, specifically with the orgasm. When you have an orgasm, you open up all your chakras. And if that's why they like to rape and do sodomy, because when they rape you through the back end, That's how they get to their crown chakra, and that's how they can manipulate people. So that's why one of the main reasons why they do that in the deep dark cult, why they sodomize people, is because when you are traumatic, when you open up, and especially when you have an orgasm, orgasms are very powerful and very magical, but they can be used for good and for bad. So be careful who you have sex with, especially the people that are drinking and doing drugs. And when you drink and do drugs, because you might not just be getting busy with somebody, you might be getting busy with someone and their demon. Okay. The last one, and it's a biggie, and it's really, really hard because, like I said, you all know that I love my music. I'm a singer. I'm a rock girl. I'm a rock girl. I love my rock. Okay, even metal, punk. I love all kinds of music, but I love my rock music, and I used to love Ozzy. Okay, but Ozzy, Deep Dark Cult, Black Sabbath. Hello. I mean, just look at him. He used to rip off bats' heads. I mean, listen, I love Ozzy too, but don't love Ozzy. You know what I'm saying? Marilyn Manson. You should really, really watch. If you watch any video that Sloan Bella does, she doesn't just do celebrities that are dead. She also does celebrities that are completely possessed by demons, and she explains the process. And Marilyn Manson's one of them. Marilyn Manson's basically the way she described it is that his soul, because your soul belongs to God. You can never sell your soul. It belongs to God. But when you pray to Satan, the devil, for powers and you worship the devil, what happens is that your soul is pushed to the side, and that the demon either so what happens is that the demon you're pushed to the side and the demon comes in, and then the demon goes out and you go in. So you're never fully in your body. You're constantly the demon is going in and out. That's why all these people like Britney Spears and all these celebrities that have these nervous breakdowns like Ye and all these people, it's because half the time they weren't in their body. And Marilyn Manson is completely possessed. Okay. He's not possessed in the fact that like some demons completely come in like Vril. However, he's one of those that got sold out. So we have to be really, really careful about the music that we listen to. Not only are the words completely satanic and demonic, especially in headbanging music like hard rock, like Metallica. I love that stuff too. Like, yeah, I love that. But no, that's so satanic. Not only are the words satanic, but the vibration, the the tempo of the music, the frequency of the music has specifically been designed to keep us and get us into a low vibration, to create anger, depression, anxiety, to lower our vibration. And one of the biggest industries now is hip hop. Hip hop is completely satanic. If you look on YouTube, you don't even go to Sloan Bell. You look on YouTube, and there's hip hop stars all the time now confessing how that anyone who has to be anyone that it has to sell themselves to the devil and be a part of the demon satanic cult that Beyonce and Jay-Z. So hip hop. So I've had to really learn. I have to turn off the music. It's hard for me. I had to literally turn off the radio when I get in the car now. And now I listen to YouTube. I do affirmations now in the car. I'll listen to YouTube videos that I need to get, all the YouTube shows that I need to be caught up on. Yeah, intuitive Moniqueness. That's right. Hip hop is porn. Okay. So that is how the demons get into good people, through excessive drug use, serious drug use, through illicit sex, being promiscuous, or having sex with somebody that's really, really an alcoholic or a druggie, and somebody that has a demon or a negative energy, and or listening to music and singing like Marilyn Manson. And Sloan Bella specifically talks about that she was at a concert with Marilyn Manson, and she could see the demon. She could see the demon, like she saw the demon come into him. Because like when these demonic artists come out and they perform. It's a huge ritual. They're doing a ritual on the crowd. All right. So that they conjure up the demon, whichever demon's in them, so they can come out and do like this mass ritual in front of everyone and influence all these crowd. And Marilyn Manson had everyone saying, "Hail, you know who." I'm not going to say it because I would never say that. And it was funny because every time he would say, "Hail," whatever, she would say God, and everyone else would say the other one, you know? So I just wanted to let people know. Now, Sloan Bella does a lot of lives, and she's not for everyone, but I would suggest you definitely go and check out her dead celebrity videos in her page. And I'll link it after the live is over. I'll pin it to this the chat. But it's Sloan Bella. You can find her on YouTube, and check out her celebrity videos because she does a video on Kanye Ye about him being caught in this energetic web, like they have his part of his consciousness. Because in order to make clones, they have to trap part of your consciousness. And she'll tell you how they do that about the clones because they make the clones. I mean, a celebrity doesn't have to be present for a clone to be made. They just need hair and nails or skin or any type of DNA. And they do that they do it against a lot of celebrities. Like people don't even know that they've been cloned. So check out all her videos, and she'll talk about the celebrities that we know that are like demonic, and or she talks about, she has one on Britney Spears and what she's been going through, and one on Ye. And you will find a wealth of knowledge in demonic energy and how they operate and get into us. It is very sickening. Okay, I'm going to see if I can find Sloan Bella. I'm going to see. Let me see. Let me see. I'm going to link her right now. And like I said, her lives may not be now. Now, she's from Hollywood, so she's really into her hair and makeup and being pretty. She's a little vain, but she's telling it like it is. Like Dennis, you better get the swear jar because she swears worse than I do. But I love her. She's real. And here it is. I'm going to put the link right now. I'm going to put it up and I'm going to actually pin it. All right. Now, I thought I was able to pin it, but I guess not. Well, I just put it in the chat. There we go. There's her YouTube. Okay. Wealth of knowledge. Wealth of knowledge. Okay. That's all I'm going to say. She's the real deal. Now it's a little bit fast 5. So I'm going to get going because I have dinner plans, but I just wanted to talk about those things because those are things that I really haven't had a chance to speak about. And I got a download that I should talk about those things, especially about the twin flame. Okay, so tomorrow night, I'll see you all tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. Pacific, for Miss Chrissy's Tarot-a-thon. And so it's going to be me and Chrissy. So the way I'm going to do it, I'll meet with Chrissy and we'll talk about this. But obviously, it's going to be Chrissy and I. She's going to be on live on her end, and she's going to have her donation page up. And whoever wants to ask a question will donate to Chrissy, and they'll put the question in the comment, just like my Buy Me a Coffee page, but we're going to be using Chrissy's for her book. Okay, you all know how to get in touch with me if anyone ever needs me for anything. And like I said, if you ever need or want any of my services and you can't afford it, I will always work with you. All right. I hope you all have a blessed rest of your day. I'm sure that we'll be seeing you in Arcana Shores tonight. I'm sure you guys will be watching the Wonder Twins. I have a dinner thing tonight, so I don't think I'll be there. But we love the Wonder Twins. Okay. I love you all. Have a fabulous Friday.